Hey, great to meet you. My name's David Aryev, and I'm a 3D artist, digital artist, NFT artist, whatever you'd like to call me. I've done work for artists like Katy Perry, Keith Urban, Zed, Deadmau5, Excision, The Lumineers, and Drake. I created 2 of the Beeple and Madonna NFTs, as well as exhibiting my work at Beeple's grand opening. I was an artist on Pac's Ash 2 drop, and I sold a piece of work in the Sotheby's Contemporary Evening Auction for $224,000. But I'll get into all that in more detail later. I've been doing 3D work for 12 years now, and I have several different styles, ranging from cinematic short films, full CG music videos, concert visuals tightly synced to the music, and my personal favorite, abstract pieces of work that come to life through light and reflections. I'd like to quickly run through my history as an artist. Prior to NFTs, I gravitated towards concert visuals and music videos because they were the most artful mediums I'd found for people like myself pushing the boundaries of what a solo artist can do. I'd find myself taking on hugely ambitious full CG music videos and gradually digging myself out of the impossible tasks I'd taken on. But this process allowed me to grow in leaps and bounds. Often clients would give me full creative control and allow me to do everything myself from concept to execution, which got me comfortable with blank slates and allowed me to pursue my own artistic visions and focus on the soft skills that only came with years of experience, like storytelling, composition, color theory, lighting, and camera movement. I'm also a well-known educator in the 3D community, and I created a course that took me over a year to complete called Lights Camera Render, where I downloaded as much info in my brain as possible for up-and-coming 3D artists and the pros alike. I got sucked into NFTs in late 2020 thanks to my buddy Beeple. I've been friends with him for many years, and I used to do the logo animations for his Control Z events, as well as curating the reels of all the best motion design work from that year, which were projected at the parties. I also worked with him on his title sequence for the FITC conference in 2019, as well as concert visuals for Zed, where he would create the style frames and animation tests, and then I'd take the work to the finish line. So when he dropped his 2020 collection of NFTs, I was right there along for the ride, and I purchased one of his Into the Ether pieces, which I still own to this day. I've sold a ton of other NFT assets, but I'm holding this one forever because I know he's going to continue making waves as an artist and has more determination and hard work ethic than anyone I've ever met. Anyway, fast forward to February 2021 when my schedule freed up and I took the plunge into NFTs. I released 3 short films on Maker's Place, and they were immediately scooped up by the Collector 888 for $16,000, $24,000, and $30,000 respectively. Then I showed him the 4th film in this cyberpunk series that I hadn't minted yet, and he was so impressed with the piece that he agreed to a price of $65,000. At this point, I was all in on NFTs and the promise of digital artists making a living in this space, as well as collaborating with their peers and creating a movement of unique digital art supported by their collectors. I managed to stay in Web3 full-time for over 2 years, and I'm still in it part-time in spite of the bear market because I believe in the technology and the amazing communities of artists and their fan bases, and I love the innovation that continually emerges from the space. Here's a few more highlights from my NFT roller coaster ride so far. I created this trailer for 888 The New World, a platform that sadly never came to fruition, but the trailer made a massive splash in the space. And I led a team of 7 artists to create this trailer in less than a month, and my insanely talented wife, Chelsea Evenstar, was one of the artists on the team. She designed the Angel character. In October 2021, I sold this piece titled Immortalis for 40 ETH, which is my highest solo sale to date, and at the time that was just over $140,000. I was one of the few artists selected by Pac himself to be part of his Ash 2 drop, and I created a piece inspired by his black and white geometric aesthetic. It was an honor to be in his shortlist of the most talented artists in the Web3 space. I also created 2 of the Beeple and Madonna NFTs from scratch, with Beeple directing. Needless to say, this is probably the weirdest job I've ever done in my career, but it was still a lot of fun. Mother of Evolution sold for $146,000, and Mother of Nature sold for $346,000. In April 2022, I released a collab piece with the famous Chinese artist Jia Ai that began with his incredible painting, which I brought to life as a full 3D animation. It was sold in the Sotheby's Contemporary Evening Auction alongside legendary artists such as Banksy, Basquiat, Damien Hirst, and Jeff Koons for $224,000. This was such a huge success and honor, and a career highlight for sure. Then more recently in February of this year, I did an open edition that sold 715 pieces for 0.033 ETH each, netting around $40,000 total. And then I supported that collection with a series of burns that cut the supply in half over time. There are now 7 pieces in the collection, and there are more planned on the horizon. After that, I created a piece for World of Women that brought Chelsea's angel character into my infinite mirror realm for the first time, and I'm extremely proud of how this turned out, both in the visual experience as well as the audio that perfectly fits the piece, designed by my sound wizard, Abel Okugawa, who creates the music and sound design for all of my NFTs. I also exhibited my work at Beeple's grand opening in March of this year in Charleston, South Carolina, creating a piece for the massive high-res projection surfaces that took over the space and immersed viewers in a peaceful journey through my abstract realms. And on that note, I'd like to dive into the abstract work that I'm so passionate about, and that I'm bringing to Digital Art Fair Asia in just a few days in the form of a 9-minute meditation immersion room experience, a 2.5-minute VR experience, 3 limited edition pieces, an open edition, and finally an 11-minute meditation one-of-one. I've recently adopted VR as my new favorite medium, and I've created a full 2.5-minute experience that's hard to describe because you just have to try it to understand. It puts you into a trance-like state where you're floating through these infinite hallways of light, above and below, and literally bringing the work from 2D to 3D, where you can perceive depth. It's a very personal experience that's unlike anything I've ever seen before, and I believe it will leave a huge impact on people who attend the conference. If not for NFTs, I never would have gone down this rabbit hole of creating infinite mirror rooms in 3D, and then adding more and more techniques to this style until it really became what I'm best known for artistically. These pieces began as more concrete rooms where you could understand the geometry of the space, but over time they evolved further into long-form psychedelic experiences bordering on fractal art. The symmetry and constant movement of the pieces creates a hypnotic sensation of transcending the body and entering a heavenly realm, drifting through angelic cathedrals and clearing the heaviness of day-to-day life by leaving consciousness outside the experience and allowing the viewer to be fully present. They create a sense of calm, awe, and the knowledge that there's always more to this universe than we realize. For me, this art is also representative of my spiritual awakening. I was raised as an atheist, but my art brought me to a place where I could overcome that lack of belief in anything, where I could understand that we are all creators for the time that we're here, and that using our hearts as a guide will lead to a life full of positive energy and abundance, and anything else is blocking that. What exists out there is incredible, and it's incredible that we're discovering the universe and inventing the universe every day. My goal in life is just to touch the people who visit my experiences and see my art and fill them with positive energy. I hope to see some of you soon at the Digital Art Fair.